Because when I started, even though I had done a lot of drawing from photos and things and comic books as a kid, when I started taking life drawing classes, I didn't know anything and they were so bad. And then over those 2 years, I got better and better by taking classes before then. In fact,
Mhm.
the director of the school, Irving Shapiro, Mr. Parks, my teacher at the academy, who taught Dan Gerhardt and Thomas Blackshear, many great artists. Um, they would keep some of our first drawings, our first month, and you look at them then later, through the year to see how much you've come across. And so when I finished the academy, Mr. Shapiro asked if he could keep a couple of my first drawings that I did, and the ones I did when I finished there. And he would use those to show to high school students when they'd go around and give their talk on the school. And he said the students were just like, they're like, the person who did that did this when they finished, because people were like, he's like, oh, you gave all these high school kids hope. This idea that they have to already be great before they start school. Because my first ones were so bad. All the high school students were like, well, we're all better than that. But if you could do that, that would be great. And so I think a lot of it is just what you enjoy. If you enjoy it enough, you're going to put a lot of time and effort into it. Um, and that was the same in school. We would go to the Palette and Chisel, Nancy Guzik and me and Rose Franson. A lot of us, we would go to the Palette and Chisel after school and paint there a full another 3 hour session and on the weekends. And
Yeah.
very few other students did that. But those that did all became great artists. Even people who were much better than us in school. But so being so just passionate about it is what led to the skills. So that knack, the idea of like you're just naturally talented. It's like that whole 10,000 hours sorts of idea. I think that it's overstated. I think it's
Mhm.
more about, you're just you've got to go into something that you're really, really passionate about, and then you'll get good.
Yeah.
So don't think, oh, I'm not good, so I shouldn't go into this. It's really more about what you're inspired by. And if it takes you 3 years to get where it took somebody else 1 year, you'll get there. And then it's more about what you're going to say with your art or with your stories. That's really what matters the most. It's not this technical skill. The technical skill is important, but
Mhm.
it's really more about, your desire to express something.